What's up, guys? MMAGAME here, bringing you another video, and I am glad to say that this is the next episode of Season Run, Red Belt Season Run. I did a previous episode featuring Nick Diaz, and if you have not seen it, the link for that will be in the description below. As you can see, the longest touch gloves, that might be a record actually, longest touch glove in any ranked fight that I've had, so that's kind of funny. But this season I am using Ruthless Robbie Lawler, and I'm going up against Nick Diaz in this fight. First fight of the season, as you can see, and I did something a little bit different in this episode. I sort of cut the fights together and don't show the entire fight. I kind of cut out parts that I think are sort of not as exciting, not as entertaining. So let me know in the comments which style you prefer, but I will say this, I'm going to do my very best to commentate this whole video, and I'm going to try to keep all these under 20 minutes, so that way they're not too long and crazy to commentate, because that is a long video, as I get dropped right there by Nick Diaz. But I want to thank you guys a lot for the last episode of this. You guys left so much support on the video, and you really liked it. So I am going to keep these series going. I already have a few more seasons recorded, but I will say that these videos actually take a lot longer to make because they're so long, and they take a lot longer to render and upload as well. So guys, I would really love to see, the last video got like almost 150 likes, I think, which is crazy for my channel. But guys, if this video can get 300 likes, then I will keep this series coming. And look at that knockout right there. That's the first fight. On to the next fight against GSP. But if this video again gets 300 likes every time, this series will continue, because the support is amazing, and I actually do like doing this series. So, and also remember to leave if you like this style with the commentating, or you like the other style but it shows the whole fight, nothing in the way, or you want to see the fights more cut together like this, just showing the exciting parts. But look at that, I dropped GSP and then he drops me, so that's absolutely nuts. But I sort of speed stuff up like this, you see, and it just makes for a faster video, and kind of, you can get the gist of the fight without seeing the entire fight. So I think this is good. But anyway, using Robbie Lawler, I use a style that's just full aggression. I just come forward, I throw big strikes. I don't really mess around with, trying to get the decision, or basically I just do a high risk, high reward type style. So yes, it's risky, you can get countered, but at the same time, look at that beautiful Superman punch off the cage. As you can see, the Robbie didn't like that at the end of that round. But anyway, yeah, Robbie is just high risk, high reward. He throws big strikes, and it works out good for me, because a lot of people, for whatever reason, at least with this season, they didn't really take me down as much as I would think. But so a lot of people, and the thing is, if you stand with Robbie Lawler, it's not going to be good, punch for punch. The striking, his power is just crazy. But look at this beautiful takedown by Ruthless Robbie Lawler. And what's this? I don't believe it. A Kimura. Robbie Lawler, boom, submits GSP. And that's on to the next one, baby. Next fight, we got a mirror match. Robbie Lawler versus Robbie Lawler again. A nice matchup. And we'll see who is the better Lawler in this fight on this night. Right here, I believe I am the blue glove Robbie Lawler. I'm moving forward, cutting again some of the fight out. But look at this, he's starting to go ham on the body, so I hit him with that nice leg kick. He's getting a little bit spammy. He was to the body, but he got his stamina low. Got him up against the cage, trying to knock his head off his shoulders with that hook right there, but I missed, just missed. He's throwing some heaters as well. But as you can see, I'm sort of pressuring him up against the cage, landing some big shots. Almost finished him right there. And right here he goes for the tack pause. I cut that out. leg kick. He goes for the big spin kick, and I rock him. That's what happens when you throw those spin kicks, guys. Anytime you see people throwing those big spin kicks, you can counter them big time if you just wait for the right timing and throw a big strike to their head. But he's pinned up against the cage again, and I rip the body. He's doing a good job of circling, though. Every time I get him up against the cage, he's circling off. So that's the end of that round. And what is this? Round 2. Robbie versus Robbie. Pressuring him up against the cage again. Does he get away this time? I do not remember. He's throwing the spin kicks like crazy. Oh, he's getting hurt up against the cage. Go for the takedown. Water, baby. You can't get too predictable. You got to be water. Become the cup. Look at that. Take his back. He's in trouble. Boom. And give him some shots to finish him off. That's the end of that fight. On to the next fight. 3-0. GSP. Come on, man. Everyone picks GSP. If you pick Robbie, you are going to run into GSP quite a bit. So just make sure you are prepared to fight GSP because he is very good in this game. For some reason, a lot of people actually use GSP for his striking. And look at this. Boom. Stamina's low. Robbie gets that nice sprawl. And look at that stamina. Look at that stamina. Robbie sees it. And he gets out of the first one, but Robbie's not letting him up. He gets out of the second one. But look at this. GSP's in big trouble. Robbie locking up a submission. How much time left? 3 minutes. He got plenty of time. He's rolling with it. Could be an anaconda choke. Oh, he gator rolls with GSP. Trying to hook the leg. Can he get it? He got it. Robbie Lawler submits GSP, and that is a rage quit right there. But we still get the win. We get the 12 points. On to the next fight. We got Nick Diaz, who is coming back to the UFC. Cannot wait against who? Wait, what? Anderson Silva versus Nick Diaz. If you guys are not aware of that, huge super fight, and that could be fight of the century. Basically, these two guys put on amazing fights, and when you put these two together, you might have the best fight, in my opinion, ever. But anyway, back to this fight. I'm Robbie Lawler, and land that huge right hand, drop Nick Diaz, and pound him out. Boom! On to the next. 5-0. Here we got another GSP. And I'm not sure how this fight goes. Can't remember, but starting to get loose up against the cage. Cutting out some stuff. GSP's throwing some spinning technique strikes. Pressuring him. Landing those jabs. Double jab. Robbie Lawler lands a huge right hand with a left and pound him out. That's the end of that one. On to the next fight against, this is a black belt. This is the redemption fight for the black belt. This is against Nick Diaz, another Nick Diaz. And guys, in this part of the season, if you're not familiar with how it actually works, is you fight a black belt, and if they beat you, they actually get promoted into red belt. At least that's how I think that it goes. I'm pretty sure that that's how it goes. Now, if you lose, you don't necessarily go down a belt. It's just they go up a belt. So I think the way it works is if you beat these guys here at this part, as I get rocked right there and I'm in big trouble. I'm in big trouble against Nick Diaz right here. Trying to survive. Trying not to get hit in the head. Look at that beautiful duck down. I'm not actually trying to get the takedowns with these. I'm actually just trying to stall time. Look at that head movement. I'm trying to stall time and get my head a little bit healed, and I actually accomplished this. I survive, and look, he says, man, what do I got to do to knock this dude out? He's like, how do you survive that? That was kind of cool in the fight. But anyway, I drop him there, regain composure, and able to drop him. So I'm sure he's not happy about that. Coming to the end of round 1, 37 seconds. Got him up against the cage. He's parrying a lot. You could see it. But boom, he lands just a nasty uppercut. And Robbie is hurt. Robbie is hurt bad. He gets dropped again to the body. But he's getting up. What a warrior. What a warrior. He's back to his feet. Getting hit with head kicks. Blocking these in round 2. Look at that. Comes out. A little bit laggy. This fight is a little bit laggy. I can tell from the video. So, yeah. Look at that. Nice sprawl by Lawler. Ruthless. Diaz, though, look at that jiu-jitsu. I got flipped. That was a beautiful counter. But then he transitions for some reason into the weird spot. But then it's back to its feet. But, man, good jiu-jitsu by this guy. But, again, pressuring him up against the cage. He's trying to regain some stamina. You got to be careful when you're trying to regain stamina and not blocking against Robbie. It's a fine line. You don't want to block too much, but against Robbie Lawler, you got to be really careful because he can just dink you with a hook and you're rocked, basically. So, yeah. This fight, I don't remember how long it goes, but this is actually a war right here. I rock him right there and drop him with the body shot. I've been dropping him with the body shots quite a bit. Actually, I think I've dropped him twice. He dropped me like 3 times. So I'm actually behind in this fight. And I get the takedown, able to get to mount. And that might be the end of this fight. 7 seconds, 3. Yeah, so I end that fight. Round 2 on top, doing some ground and pound. Not exactly sure if I won that fight, though. Come out round 3, touch gloves. What a war. What a good fight this has been. So shout out to this guy if you are the guy who was in this fight. Very, very good fight, man. Definitely put on a show here for everyone watching on YouTube. But, again, being patient. Got to watch my stamina. It's 3rd round. Don't have as much stamina, so you got to be really careful about the takedowns and also the punches. You got to just be a lot more careful about your stamina in the 3rd and late rounds. You don't want to get careless. And that's actually a very good tip, actually, is to kind of take people into the deep waters, because not as many people are familiar with fighting in the 3rd round, late 3rd round, when they have lower stamina. Even if they have more stamina than you, they just have a base low stamina that not a lot of people are used to. But anyway, he is actually wasting a little bit of his stamina, but he gets it back. Good job. But Robbie is looking to finish this fight. I do not remember if this fight is actually finished or it's a decision. I cannot remember. But he is letting the hooks go still. Low stamina. 3rd round, he's risking it. And high risk, it is high reward. Especially when fighters don't have as much stamina. But the main thing you got to be careful about is the takedowns. I try to land a huge bomb right there, and it does not work. I miss. He parries it. Very good parry. Still staying with it, staying in front of him, keeping the pressure on. Nice sidestep by Diaz. But I'm relentless with these takedowns. I'm trying to mix it up. Sometimes you don't actually try to get the takedown, but boom! Hit him with a huge hook right there and drop him out of nowhere. Try to land that big head kick. He is hurt. He's moving his head. Good head movement. It actually is not letting me hit his body as well, but look at that. He drops me. He drops me with the punch now. And look at that. I think he's actually saying something on the mic, so I'll go ahead and play that on the audio here. That was actually really funny. I remember that. But the thing about it is he sort of took a little bit of time, and in the 3rd round, when you rock someone like that, you don't want to take the time. He did a little teabag right there, trying to, whatever. It's all good, but in the 3rd round, you don't have much time. I speed it up here. Time's running down, 35 seconds. I'm pretty sure this actually does go to decision. I'm not 100% sure, though. I get him up against the cage. I'm throwing some big strikes. I think he rocks me right there. Boom. Trying to get the spin kicks. Does not hit, and that is the end of that fight. And honestly, I didn't think I would win, but boom, look at that scorecard. You can pause it right there. I actually did win that fight, so I get 2 points for that, and I believe this is the championship fight if I finish it. If I don't finish it, and get a decision. I don't think I get it as I land that brutal leg kick, and this fight is against the Korean Zombie. But again, if I don't finish this fight and get 2 points for a win or 1 point for a decision loss, so if that were the case, I would have to do another fight because that's the way the online rank system works. So, and then anything after the black belt or in between the black and red belt, if you can just end there, even if you don't get the belt, you still keep the red belt. So that is actually good. So you don't have to fully get the title to retain the actual red belt. But this guy, anytime you're facing the Korean Zombie, you want to just really be careful because he can land big counters and he can actually do big damage if he's hurt too. So a lot of people, when they get hurt with him, they're able to throw huge counters. So you got to really be careful against the Korean Zombie. I land a huge spin kick to the head right there. Rock him. Look at this. Boom. Tries to go for a huge knee, but just completely misses. Another spin kick. The big difference here is size. I mean, look at Robbie Lawler. It looks huge against the Korean Zombie. So Zombie is actually at a huge disadvantage in this fight. And if you go with this particular matchup, if you're a Korean Zombie, I would highly suggest grappling and getting on top and working his ground game as opposed to striking, because Robbie is just so much bigger and so much more power and more range that it's the best idea, I think, would be to work the jiu-jitsu of Korean Zombie. But I get him down here, speed it up. He's actually works the rubber guard, tries to get a submission. That was actually a little bit scary. Like, oh, you got to be always careful those rubber guard submissions. They are very tricky sometimes. So, yeah, pounding on him here. Round 2, he gets up, and I believe the fight's pretty close to being finished. Not exactly sure. Boom, I'm trying to land bombs. He's throwing a lot of those teep kicks. He mixes it up, body, and then goes head. Pretty good technique. But I'm landing some big shots. Boom, I rock him right there with a hook. Robbie Lawler pouring it on. He's getting some nice parries, though. Staying alive. I got him up against the cage, though. Going to the body. Ripping the body. Cutting off the cage. And he's just winging hooks at the end of round 1. Here we go. Round 2. Or is this round 3? Yeah, round 3. Sorry. Come out. Robbie looking for that big sidestep counter right hand. Mixing it up with the leg kicks. And what is going to happen? This guy's a little bit more patient, backing up, but so am I. B-Water. Boom. Take what's ever there. If the leg kicks are there, take those. If the head kicks are there, take those. But the leg kicks are here, so I'm throwing a lot of leg kicks. I don't want to force the knockout. You want to just be patient. Let it come naturally. Speed it up a little bit. He actually pauses. Tactical pause. Very good use of the tactical pause right there. But we are coming to the end of this fight. Speeding things up. Ruthless. I think he smells blood. Trying to get the sidestep. Jab, setting it up. Boom! Big left hand. Jab, body, head. Ooh. Straight right, drops him. Boom, and it's over. That is it. Put to sleep by ruthless Robbie Lawler. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I think that is a record for my longest commentary ever on YouTube. So guys, again, these videos take a little bit more and a little bit longer to produce. So if you guys could get this video to 300 likes, that'd be absolutely amazing. You killed it on the last video, so I have no doubt that we can get 300 likes. And in the comments, leave who you'd like to see me do a season run with. Now, some people suggested guys like Pat Barry and guys like this. And honestly, guys, I do not think I can get through and get the belt with guys like that. But I will try. I will attempt any fighter you want. So leave that in the comments. Also, follow me on Twitch TV and Twitter. Till next time, this has been a 20-minute long season run red belt with ruthless Robbie Lawler. Peace.